Hello boys and girls, and let me introduce you to Hudson Taylor. Now, many people think that Hudson Taylor is the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather of Ashley Ryan and Aaron Taylor from our church, but those people are lying. No, Hudson Taylor was born in 1832 and became a Christian at age 17. Yeah, that's right. My sister prayed for me for a long time, and then eventually I became a believer. I'll be telling the narration, thank you, Hudson. Anyway, that is totally true. Let's move on to the story. Because of Hudson's great love for the people of Banana Land, and his knowledge that the gospel of Jesus was good news for them, he traveled all the way across the sea on the Banana Land Express. Now, when Hudson arrived in Banana Land, he noticed that there were many people trying to tell the banana people about Jesus, but it wasn't quite working. They were a little bit of a lemon. They had not reached the people like they thought they could. But this didn't faze Hudson. Hudson had a brilliant idea. Hudson realized that if he just appeared and dressed and took on the cultural customs of the people of Banana Land, they might be interested in what he had to say. And they were. They received his message with gladness. Hudson began to start a movement where many missionaries started taking on the cultural customs of the banana people in order to reach them, and many as a result believed. Hudson remained in Banana Land for over 50 years, but things weren't always easy for Hudson. He faced many trials. He got sick himself, and his wife died. But Hudson knew that his mission there was important, that he should stay and help the sick in Banana Land, preach to them the good news of Jesus, and hand out Bibles. Despite the many sufferings and trials of Hudson, his movement resulted in the salvation of over 18,000 bananas. God surely used him to help the people of Banana Land. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you guys there. So that was an adaptation of the true story of Hudson Taylor. And he was an English missionary that reached the people of China. And what Hudson Taylor did that was so unique and so successful was that he took on the cultural customs of the people. He ate the food that they ate, he lived in the way they lived, and he simply wore the clothing of the time, so he didn't look like an absolute person from Mars when he came. And this had an incredible impact. Over 18,000 Chinese people believed in Jesus as a result of this movement, a culturally sensitive movement. So I'd like to ask you a few questions now. And the first one was, what do you think it would have been like for Hudson to board a boat into a place in the world that he'd never seen before, in a place that was so foreign to him? Do you think he would have been nervous, excited? Maybe tell us how you might have felt as well if you were doing what Hudson was doing. And why do you think Hudson was so successful with his new approach of wearing the clothes that the native people wore, or eating their food, or taking on their way of life? Why was that so effective, do you think? We saw in Hudson's own conversion, his own coming to Jesus and believing in him, was heavily influenced by his sister's constant prayer for him, that his sister didn't give up on him, but always brought him to God in prayer, hoping that Jesus would touch on Hudson and that Hudson would believe. So, who could you pray for that God would open their heart and their eyes to know Jesus?